Riot's new MMO has some of the most hype I've ever seen for a game in its genre, and that is including, World of Warcraft all the way back in the early 2000s. And a good part of this is because Riot is owned by Tencent, who pretty much has unlimited money. Also, I think a huge part of this is Riot just creating great characters, great games, polished games, and just they have a track record of having interesting characters and dynamic lore and all of this good stuff. So with that in mind, I'd like to talk about, the potential that this game has, why it can be exciting, and what could also ruin the game. If you are watching a clip of this on another platform, you should totally stop by my main channel, J2Dope, to check out the full video. The number one thing I am most excited for in this MMO is the possibility for seasonal events and holiday quest lines, or just quest lines in general. So I took the liberty of coming up with some really cool ideas, because I am a writer, to come up with some character lore quest lines, storylines. So for Halloween, we could have a limited time event where we can go against waves of fiddlesticks, like the scarecrows that progressively get harder, and when you defeat all of them, if you defeat all of them, you receive certain rewards. And if you clear the entire field of scarecrows, you can get like an achievement that you can display on your character or something like that, or get some type of skin, right? Depending on how far Riot would like to take it, we could even have a follow-up quest line where you can cure fiddlesticks with the help of some mages. That would be really cool. Another idea is horse racing against Hecarim, like with his head detached, or like he has like maybe a pumpkin on his head. That could be really cool. Or challenging Hecarim to a duel, to like free certain people, or maybe even trying to defend the city of Helia as Hecarim and the Iron Order try to destroy it. There's a lot of different ways you can go with that. Another really cool event could be Star Guardian type of events, or Lunar New Year type of events, or what we could have is alternate quest line, or alternate universe events, where Echo created some type of time lapse within the universe, and then when he did that, you have to basically go and patch up that hole by righting the wrongs of that universe, right? So like, for example, let's say Fiddlesticks never got turned into Fiddlesticks, and you have to go and correct that. And honestly, that could be actually really sad, like watching Fiddlesticks like be happy, and then like now you're like, no, you have to be cursed, like you have to turn into Fiddlesticks. That could be something that could be really cool, that they can play around with. And guys, this is just because Riot has already created such great lore within their world, that like this is all very easy to come up with and could also just very well happen. So last quest line I would like to talk about is like something where like Jin, puts on a huge show for a massive audience at the opera house, and he's quietly murdering members of the audience. You can sit through like a murder mystery type of event where you have to, guess who's next, and how to stop him and all that. That could be really cool if there are, if there is some type of like music ability in this game. I think it would be really cool to introduce it in that way, in that event, and then you can get some really cool special time rewards for your instruments or something like that, just depending on how Riot wants to do it. Again, none of this is confirmed to happen. I don't work for Riot at all. However, if you see this and you do work for Riot, I'm available to be hired, and I would work for very cheap amounts of money, and I would also probably bring you guys coffee. I will be like an intern, so hit me up. So we talked about the potential for quest lines and stories that is just incredibly exciting, especially if you know the lore behind Riot. Behind the League of Legends universe. Let's talk about something that ruins a lot of modern games, and that is something that still hasn't been fixed to this day, and that is the monetization aspect of the game. Now, Riot, as you all know, has adopted a free-to-play model with games like League of Legends and Valorant and things along those lines. I think their new fighting game might be free-to-play too. I'm not sure, but the problem is they've made a ton of money off this, right? They've made so much money off skins and all these cosmetics. And that's not an issue in MOBAs and in shooters, like Valorant, but that is a bit of an issue in MMOs. In an MMO, cosmetics actually do affect gameplay in a major way. The whole point of MMOs is to get rare items and power up your characters and become a legend, right? No pun intended. Like in World of Warcraft, your goal was to get the rarest armor and, do all the raids and collect the mounts and max out your reputations, all of that good stuff, complete the story too. So if Riot decides that they will have a battle pass and they'll sell armor and seasonal skins for your character, then it kind of cheapens the whole experience of getting items. I was watching watching an Asmongold video. Shout out to Asmongold. I love that guy to death. But I was watching an Asmongold video, and he said that back in the day when you used to play World of Warcraft, you would see a mount and know exactly what that player did to get that mount. And now there's just so many mounts that they're kind of like meaningless, because some could be paid, some could be earned. You just don't know, because there's way too many. So imagine selling skins and armor, cosmetics, and all of this stuff, and then 5 years later down the MMO, there's just like 10,000 different variants of cosmetics. It just cheapens the game, in my opinion, and a lot of people's opinions as well. You know, for example, League of Legends, you don't care that someone has Death Blossom Kha'Zix. You know, that doesn't affect gameplay. It doesn't matter. But in MMO, you see someone with awesome armor, and you look up how to, get that armor, and you find out that it's a cash shop item. Then it kind of disenchants you from the game, and kind of takes away from the immersion of the game as well. And that's something I don't think Riot wants to do. My overall suggestion would be a subscription fee, right? That would be the best way to go, because Riot can still make their money. Tons of it, because I'm sure they'll have so many players, and then sell expansions for that matter as well, and that way it doesn't get in the way of actually earning cosmetics or items or armor or anything like that, right? Another way you can do this is sell emotes or animation effects. That would also be pretty cool. We can't have cash shop items. We can't even battle passes, guys. Like, find some other way. You are you make some of the best games in the world. You can find something that isn't a battle pass to really help earn items, right? Like, battle passes are so overplayed at this point. It's like every game has a battle pass. Like, Fall Guys has a battle pass. League of Legends has a battle pass. Fortnite, Apex, Halo Infinite. There's just too many games that have battle passes now. We guys got to think of something else to implement into the game. It's getting very ridiculous, right? But that's the only thing that I want to talk about that could actually ruin the game, in my opinion, is monetization. I mean, obviously, of course, other than like bugs and things like that, is just monetization. That's the main thing. I want to talk about more interesting things that could be positive for the MMO, right? I think a really cool idea is most games have, most MMOs have, whether it be like a guild, a company, a faction, or something along those lines to kind of unite the community. I think it would be a really cool idea to have like a guild like castle or villa or something along those lines, where like you can like get trophies and achievements based on what your guild does together, and then that can be like easily displayed in like one room, right? Where I don't know if it's on like a pedestal or like a wall, or I don't know how they want to do it, but I think that would be really unique, right? And then also, like, when your when your guild, or whatever it is you want to call it, your clan, earns really rare achievements, you can pin that on your profile as a player, and that way you can kind of like be like, yeah, I'm in a good guild, like, what's up, like that's a huge flex. Like, a lot of people want to show off what they do in the game, right? And because this is a brand new MMO with nothing even confirmed pretty much about anything in particular, that's definitely a possibility of something that they can do. I think it's just a great idea to like allow people to express themselves and build organic content just around things that happen in the game, right? Like, just give players empowerment, give them the tools to just like be the best in that game. And like, there's gonna be so much content, there's gonna be so much like grind that people will make towards this game, and then that will also help with retention rates, right? If you do subscription fees, or just people keeping playing in general, because they want to earn these achievements, they want to do these cool things, they want to be really good at this game, they want to like accomplish things in this game. Like, it's kind of like another life, and MMO is another life that you're living, pretty much, probably a better life than the one they're living in real life. So just enable your players to actually be able to do cool things. Another thing that they could add is something about PvP, whether it be an arena, kind of like, I know they did a League of Legends like arena type thing. That could be a huge thing, like a Coliseum, and obviously you can have like I don't know, like a Draven skin or something like that. But just have like organic content that people can do. Maybe you can spectate other players in this arena. Maybe there can be a ranking system, so like you can view like for example, you can review like the worst ranked PvP matches, or you can view the top ranked PvP matches, and then like you can commentate on that. I think that would be really interesting. Maybe have like achievements based on that, maybe have like skins based on that. I think that would be another form of like organic content that you can make that would also just be very nice and really unique, because I don't think a lot of games have that except for RuneScape with like the little dueling arena, kind of like close to Lumbridge. There not a lot of RPGs have that, or MMOs have that, so I think that would be really cool. But overall, this game is very exciting, and it's so exciting because literally we have heard nothing, so we're just like left to our imagination of like, what are we going to get? How is this going to work? And I hopefully, you know, just threw out some ideas that if you do work for Riot, or you know, have some type of influence, maybe hell, Asmongold, bro, like put this on your channel, bro, like, and other people can see this. That would be huge. That would be massive, because this could help push it to, you know, the developers while they're still in production, and they can take some of these ideas. I think that would be really cool. If you guys have any ideas, let me know in the comments below. Subscribe to the video if you haven't subscribed to subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel. This is a newer channel, but I'm hoping to post more and more. It's more of a passion channel, honestly. I don't want to post about things I don't care about, so I'll always put in 110% effort in my videos, to try to make them the best I can be, because I actually care about all the videos I'm making, and I'm not just making them to make videos. So with that being said, I will see you guys in my next video. I don't know what it's going to be yet, but it's going to be good. Peace.